Hi everyone, Antoinette here. Today I'm going to talk about 4 ways that you can build trust with introverts. Number 1, keep everything that the introvert has told you confidential. Introverts internalize a lot. We tend to think all the time. And so if we have shared something with you verbally about ourselves, about what's going on with us, or about what's going on in our head, then that's a pretty big deal. And you might think that it's not really that big of a deal. It's not really that personal. And therefore, you might just share it with somebody else, not thinking anything of it. But unless the introvert has told you specifically that it's okay to share with others, always keep things close to your chest that the introvert has told you. That will be a way that they know that they can trust you. The second thing that you can do to build trust with an introvert is by following through and doing what you said you were going to do. So say for instance, you and the introvert are going to a party or some kind of meeting together, and you have this agreement that you're just going to stay for an hour. And the hour comes and goes, and you find yourself in great conversation with some people, and the introvert is standing there and they're not telling you, hey, it's an hour, it's time to go. And so you just look at them and you say, hey, let's just stay for 30 minutes longer. That is not going to build trust with the introvert. The introvert is not going to, the next time you invite them somewhere, say, sure, I'll go, because they'll remember that you didn't follow through on what you committed to do. I know of one married couple that the husband is introverted and the wife is extroverted. And this has happened to them. They've agreed to, for instance, go to somebody's house for dinner or go to a party. And the wife ends up saying, hey, let's stay longer. And she just basically disregards the prior agreement that they've had. And now the husband is reluctant to go with her to events, even when she promises him that they will leave at the agreed time. The third way that you can build trust with an introvert is by never putting them on the spot. Letting them know that you're not going to call on them in front of a bunch of people, or you're not going to have all of the attention focused on them. And if it's a situation where you do need to call on them, or whether they do need to be put on the spot, letting them know ahead of time will help them to trust you more. I have failed at this before, and I'm even an introvert. I remember there was this one woman that she was very quiet, and we were in a social setting, and I found out it was her birthday. And so I started telling other people that it was her birthday. And so they were all chiming in, wishing her happy birthday. Well, she really didn't want that. She actually came up to me and said, would you please quit telling people that it's my birthday? She didn't want that attention. Another way that you can build trust with an introvert is by acknowledging and apologizing when you mess up, because you're going to mess up. As my husband John says, we are all perfectly imperfect. Because the thing is, with introverts, they're not always going to tell you that you have messed up. Sometimes you're going to realize it, and just because they haven't brought it to your attention doesn't mean that you shouldn't acknowledge it and apologize. And so we want to make sure that our mess ups don't destroy the trust that we have built. And there's a right way and a wrong way to apologize. Be sure and watch my video on that. I've got it up above, and I've got it in the description below. And as with anybody, remember, building trust takes time. It just sometimes takes a little longer with an introvert. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel.